Is there anyone that would like to speak with me? My name is Chris Bogey. Can you tell me what I'm looking at right now? I'm going to put the camera up in the window. I'm going to put the camera up in the window. I'm going to put the camera up in the window. I'm going to set the recorder down right here. Please feel free to speak. I want to tag on the audio that I just heard, possibly a voice. I want to tag on the audio that I just heard, possibly a voice. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate? I'm with a friend. I just want to hear your voice. Can you please show yourself? Can you please show yourself? Can you please show yourself?
On a hot summer night, I decided to write. Mindset on conveying the struggles of life. Heard screeching of tires, seen the bending of light. On my walls, if someone just pulled in my drive. Was a knock at my door, it was 3:33. Made my way to the peak code to see who I'd see. Before I had a feeling that it was the police, but now it seems to be that my ears was deceived. I opened up the door, shit, it must be the weed. Cause it wasn't a soul, just some rustling leaves. Looking back, I never knew how wrong how close mine could be. Everything that exists is not confined to 3D. For the gust of wind, cold as 3 degrees. Felt as if it cut through me, causing me to freeze. Had a strong gut feeling something wasn't right. There was something in my face, but it wasn't the night. Just under the surface of everyday life is a turf that's betrayed in a whole other light. Some people get nervous when these two worlds collide, being forced to think what happens to us after we die. Just under the surface of everyday life is a turf that's betrayed in a whole other light. Some people get nervous when these two worlds collide, being forced to think what happens to us after we die. Feeling rattled like a victim of a mangled wreck, like a helpless housefly in a tangled web. Made my way to the couch with my pen and my pad. Took a glance at the page just to see what I had. Had a strong recollection, I had wrote a few bars. When I glanced at the sheet, I instantly moved hard. It's hard to swallow, like in my throat was a bone. For it seemed that the song had wrote on its own. My lines were there, you could tell which that it was. The rest of the page was written in blood. Was the most complex rhyme pattern that I ever read. Instantly I felt there's something the matter with my head. Something rose like the haze off the heat of the road. Before my eyes, then I blinked, opened up, it was gone. At my feet was a knife covered in blood that's dry. That's the point that I noticed, the gash in my side. Just under the surface of everyday life is a turf that's betrayed in a whole other light. Some people get nervous when these two worlds collide, being forced to think what happens to us after we die. Just under the surface of everyday life is a turf that's betrayed in a whole other light. Some people get nervous when these two worlds collide, being forced to think what happens to us after we die. Instantly I felt weak and I flopped to the floor. At the moment of impact was a knock at the door. Didn't have the strength to stand, a mere crawl was a chore. what I saw in the foyer was the outline of a person with gigantic stature. Type of scene put together by a cinematic master, as if made of a thin plastic matter. I can see through it as it bursts in dramatic laughter. This can't be, these type of things do not exist. You're coming with me, do not try to resist. It felt as if a corpse grabbed me by my wrist. It dragged me to the porch and then motioned to my fist. The point I noticed, I was holding a page. As I read the first line, he started showing his rage. Within light is darkness, within darkness is light. The darkness holds ingredients of starting a fight. The light shows the path that's marking the right. It can lead you to eternity in the darkest of nights. But an evil exists just beyond the road. It's equalized within you, bonded to your soul. Here lies the oldest war the planet has known, since Satan was thrown at the foot of the throne. As Jesus died on the cross for all of our sins, when he took his last breath, the spirit was thrusted in. The side of the Christ, the side of the ice. The ghostly figure inside of the rise. In my mind with a scash, I received to remind me that I was finding my way through life blind. A voice behind me muttered, the price is great. The power is within you, child, find the faith. Some might take it as I lost my way, but the truth be told, it was a psychotic break. What the fuck? Where am I at? What the fuck am I doing outside? Shit. Just under the surface of everyday life is a turf that's betrayed in a hole of the light. Some people get nervous when these two worlds collide, being forced to think what happens to us after we die. Just under the surface of everyday life is a turf that's betrayed in a hole of the light. Some people get nervous when these two worlds collide, being forced to think what happens to us after we die.